Anthony Harwig here with a West Branch softball player profile. I'm joined by Morgan Loudon. Morgan, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Of course, I'm glad to be here.
Let's talk about this softball team that you're a part of. It is full of wacky personalities. I've been experiencing it myself. I've been to a couple of games. What's your favorite thing about this team this year? Because I know teams change every season.
Oh, yeah, they do. This team, especially, we are extremely close. I mean, we've all known each other for a long time, so it's nice to have that friendship and that closeness in the locker room, at school, and on the field. So it's really a nice group of girls to be around.
You've had to step in a much bigger role this year, and you've been able to take all the responsibilities that come with that. What's it been like to know that your coaches have confidence in you and to be able to go out and take this opportunity that you have this season and run with it?
It's honestly great. There's really no other position I'd rather be in. It was a big change from left field. Now I have to take the role of not only knowing what I'm going to do with the ball, but what everyone else is going to do with the ball. But I have a bunch of supportive teammates and role models and the coaching staff too. So I really have all the support I need and help to get over that learning curve.
When you look at some of the things that you maybe were scared of when you were told that you were going to be a much bigger player this year, what were some of the fears or some of the expectations that weren't necessarily necessary?
Definitely, I felt there's a lot of pressure on me just to be right, to know where I'm going with the ball, to say one if we're going to one or two if we're going to two. But then I realized I have an amazing defense behind me, and even if I shout something that's wrong or say something that's wrong, I always have people there to correct me and help me out and understand what they're doing as well.
Who are some of the upperclassmen that have kind of helped you kind of guide that and helped you kind of subdue those fears?
Probably the two biggest ones are Skylar Greeneyes and Tori McKay. Skylar has catching experience, so if there's something she knows that I might not, she's always there to help me out. And Tori McKay as well, just being supportive and being there and encouraging me and telling me that I'm doing a good job just for that confidence part of it.
What's your favorite thing about playing in that backstop and being a catcher for this team?
It's honestly just amazing. A lot of I feel like catching just gets a bad rap. People think it's so awful to be back there, but it's really so much fun. I'm involved in everything. I have to know what I'm doing. It makes me think. Whereas, I wasn't always like that in left field. Left field was just a lot of short, quick plays. But this is about the long game, I think, and so I really like that part of it.
It forces you to be a leader too. What kind of leadership qualities do you think you brought to the table and you've grown in this year?
I think hopefully I brought the voice. I know a lot of the freshmen, since we're a young team, sometimes they're afraid to stick up for themselves or correct us. But I think as we got through the season, they got close enough to me and comfortable enough to also give their opinion and say, change things we need to change and tell us what to do as well.
And this is a unique group because you have plenty of seniors, but you also have a lot of young kids that have come up and been new faces on the team. What's it been like seeing all that gel together with experience and youth kind of work together to make this program what it is?
It honestly, at the beginning of the season, I was nervous just because I knew we were going to have a lot of underclassmen. But then I realized they're just about as mature and comfortable on the field as we are. So it wasn't as much of a difference as I thought it was going to be. We work really well together. We all have very different personalities, which works out very well. So it's honestly nice to have them.
As a senior yourself, what kind of things do you reflect on as in your time of this program as your favorite memories with it and things you're going to hold forever?
Oh, there's a lot there. We really have had a fun group of girls the past few years. And I mean, going to regionals, playing at Firestone, just to see the support of the community come out, that was definitely one of my favorite memories. And especially seeing those seniors make it so far their last year and to see all of them grow up and go off to college to play softball. It's really rewarding to be on this team.
Last year you got that taste. You got to Firestone. You were right there. You were so close to making it to the state tournament. How hungry is this program coming into this year to get back to that spot?
Oh, I couldn't even begin to tell you. I mean, I know for the seniors, we've all been there before. We want to feel it again. And the freshmen, they got to come and watch last year. And I know they want a little taste of it too. So that is definitely one of our biggest goals, is to make it right back where we were last year and to feel that pressure and that support that we had on that field last year.
You also talked about this community, and I don't think there are too many that support athletics like West Branch. I mean, travel like crazy, and you can always see the green in the stands because it sticks out. What's your favorite thing about this community, and how much has it been a boost to see the support that every program gets?
Well, I mean, just one example would be regionals last year. I mean, we played Triway, and they're always a good team. And all you saw in those stands was a sea of green. It was like everybody in the community knew what was happening. They came to support. And even after a tough loss, they were all there. There was posts on Facebooks about how well our team has done in the past season. And I really think the West Branch community is underrated. We have so much support, so much sense of community in there, and it is so nice to have.
And especially, I mean, it's not just for the big sports. It's not just for the boys either. I mean, they go strong, sometimes even more for the girl sports. As a girl athlete, and you look around, you look at the society, look at some of the shafting that the girls sports get in the bigger levels. What does it mean to you to be a part of a community that really pours into the girls athletics, and because of that, it lets them be successful as much as the girl athletics are at West Branch?
It makes me extremely thankful. I have a dad who coaches at a different school, and he's traveled to different places. And so I see how communities don't always show up for their girls and for the smaller sports. So to see our community and how just supportive and awesome they are, it makes me really thankful for where I'm raised.
What is one legacy you kind of want to leave on this program when you're done? If we were to ask maybe an underclassman next year what Morgan Loudon taught them and what legacy she left on this program, what would you hope the answer would be?
I would hope the answer would be confidence, especially with our underclassmen who are nervous coming in. I really hope I have taught them how to be confident in themselves, because especially in softball, I mean, a lot of the mistakes are mental. So really, if they have their confidence in themselves, I know they'll be able to do it. And so I hope they're able to not only learn what I've taught them, but to be able to teach them to the upcoming group too.
Where do you think your confidence comes from personally?
It definitely comes from my coaches and the other seniors as well. Obviously, like you said, I was put into a much different position this year, and it was nerve-wracking. And then every time I'd make a mistake, instead of being screamed at, I was just taught how to do it better, and I was taught how to handle it. And so I think that's a lot where my confidence come from, and especially playing other sports as well and having that change and stuff like that. I think I've been able to push through it and have other support that helps me.
You are so busy. You're a multiple sport athlete. You go from sport to sport. What's that mentality like, trying to flip the switch and trying to keep yourself time management skills up and try to keep yourself busy?
It's interesting, that's for sure. I don't want to make it seem easy, because it's definitely not, but I just had to learn how to be busy and how to focus and how to learn how to do with my time. And especially with school on top of that, I would have to write things down. If I had a half an hour bus ride, I'm trying to get something done so that hopefully I can stay ahead, not just in my schoolwork, but in my sport, and still be able to focus while I'm playing. So it's definitely difficult, but I've had supportive coaches and teammates, and they definitely helped me out there.
Have you always been someone that's good at time management, or is that a skill that you've had to acquire over the years?
Oh, no. I was, especially my freshman and sophomore year, I was the biggest procrastinator, just because I had other things going on. And then once I hit my senior year, I realized it was time to focus and not only teach myself how to manage my time, but to show underclassmen, it is possible to be in sports and have a job and do good in school, because sometimes I think we don't always do the best job of telling our student athletes that there's not as much pressure on them as they think there is.
I see that you're going to the Ohio State University. What are some of the future goals for Morgan Loudon?
Well, right now I'm majoring biology on a pre-med track. So eventually I want to become a doctor. And so that obviously is a pretty extensive process. So I'm trying to take it one step at a time, focus on my grades, my first year, make sure I have everything in order. So it's really just a extensive process I need to focus on.
I mean, it might not be sports, but the time management skills to go into the medical field is just as grueling. How are you going to keep the competitiveness that I'm sure you have to play these sports? I mean, it doesn't go away. What kind of things are you going to do to try to stay competitive and feed into that competitiveness that you have in yourself?
Well, of course, Ohio State has a lot of different programs that I'm able to play in. They have a bunch of tennis courts. I love tennis and stuff like that. And so I think it's just up to me to find that group of friends who's willing to go out with me and to try different things and, really fuel that competitiveness.
So you play tennis. Talk about that. What's tennis like, and why aren't you on the tennis team, I guess, is the biggest question.
Honestly, I have my dad. He's played tennis for a long time, and one day we just decided to go down to the courts and try it, and I ended up really liking it. So this year I decided to play tennis, and it was probably one of the best athletic experiences I've ever had. I had a bunch of friends on the team. It was fun to go out, and it was different. I've always played more team focused sports. So to have that kind of individual competitiveness was really nice because I was able to focus more on just what I was doing and not what I was doing for the team. And so that was interesting to figure out, but it was definitely very rewarding. You know, our team did very well this season. We had a record breaking year. And so it was nice just to have that change compared to a team atmosphere.
How much does the swing in tennis differ from your softball swing? Did you have to like adjust anything to be like, oh, I'm looking like a softball player out here? Or was it pretty much a seamless flow?
No, it was the hardest part was probably trying not to grab the racket with two hands because I kept wanting to swing it like a softball bat. But I had Coach B, who was very, very nice with me and supportive, and she kind of showed me how to swing a tennis racket compared to a softball bat. And so there definitely was a learning curve there.
You're out there, it's one-on-one. Is it kind of the same experience as looking at a pitcher across from you and saying, at the end of the day, it's you and me?
At times, yes. But, you know, sometimes in softball, you know, even though it's one-on-one with the pitcher, you know, I'm more worried about getting my bunt down or knowing what I need to do with the ball to score a different runner or something like that. So it's not always just about me in softball, but in tennis, it's one-on-one. It is you two. It is who messes up first. And so that's definitely different.
Let's have some rapid fire questions to get to know you a little bit off the field before we let you go. I want to start with sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Are you a night owl or a morning person? I think that answered the first one.
Neither really. I like to sleep. So if I just choose, probably morning person.
Where's one place where you would want to live if you could live anywhere in the world?
Oh, probably Florida. I have family that lives down there and I like the beach. So probably Florida.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Probably Wonder Woman.
Who is your real life hero?
Definitely my mom.
What is your favorite part about being a softball player?
There's a lot. I just have to pick one.
Yeah, you can go off on a couple. I don't care. It's your interview. Go for it.
I like the competitiveness and the mental part of it. You know, softball really is a mental game. You know, all those mistakes, you know what you're doing with the ball. It's just, can you focus enough to do it? So I think I like that part.
If you could play any other sport right now other than softball, what would you want to play?
Probably lacrosse. I've always wanted to try lacrosse, and it seems very interesting. So probably lacrosse.
What is one thing about you that a lot of people don't know?
Probably how dedicated I am to school. You know, I really like school. I really enjoy learning and that atmosphere. So probably how much I enjoy school.
What's your favorite subject?
Science, biology, really.
What's your least favorite?
Math, any kind of math, all of it.
What's your favorite board game?
Probably Sorry. I like Sorry.
Who wins during family game night?
It depends. Probably my dad. My dad's good at every game, so he probably wins.
Who's the one teammate that can make you laugh no matter what the situation is?
Tori McKay. Easy.
Who's the best dancer on the team?
Best dancer. Probably Sydney Mercer.
Who has the most swag on the team?
I'd say probably Mira Beckett.
What person on the team is most likely to trip down the base pass?
Skylar. She's done it before. She'll probably do it again.
She's done it before.
Oh, yeah.
What does your pregame playlist look like?
Probably a lot of Jack Harlow, Megan Thee Stallion, you know, a lot of bass, upbeat type stuff to get me pumped.
What's one song that'll always get you hyped up no matter like what the situation is, no matter how you're feeling, you put this one on play, you're ready to go?
Probably Tyler Hero by Jack Harlow.
What's one song in your playlist that you're embarrassed is in there?
Oh, Not How It's Supposed to Go by Ash. It's actually kind of slow, kind of got that feeling to it. So,
do you wet your toothbrush before or after you put toothpaste on?
After it. Why would I wet it twice? I feel like I have to wet it after I put the toothpaste on.
Right. It's a popular question.
Yeah, it is.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Absolutely not.
Hamburgers or hot dogs at a barbecue?
Hot dogs.
What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas, always Christmas. Love Christmas.
What's your least favorite holiday?
Valentine's Day, Hallmark holiday. Don't like it.
If you could create a holiday, if you were given the power to create a holiday, what would it be for?
Oh. Hmm. Honestly, probably sports. I mean, sports has had such a giant impact on my life, and I feel like they're not always recognized enough. So probably a holiday for sports.
All sports day. I like it. Morgan, I do want to give you the chance to thank your support system, the people that have been there for you over the years, and the people that you wouldn't be here without.
My parents, they've always been my biggest supporters. My mom and dad have both been through a lot with me, and they're always there when I need a shoulder to cry on or just advice in general. And they'll even stay up late to give me a good talking to if I need it. So I really do appreciate them. And obviously our coaching staff. I mean, Coach Woods, Coach Larry, Coach Maddie. They're always there. They're always supportive. They're always there if we need to talk to them. They're willing to listen if we want to change something on the team, and that includes even out of softball. I mean, like I said, I played tennis this past year, and my first win, I get off the court and I see a text from Coach Woods that says congrats on your first win. So they really are amazing people.
All right, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We love talking to you. We wish you the best of luck in the rest of your tournament run. We hope it goes as long as possible, and we'll see you again real soon.
Thank you. Appreciate being here.